Hey guys, the sun is shining, it's almost summer, and it's about time we wash Subaru. So let's go to the car wash. As you can see, the car is quite dirty. The reason for that is that I haven't washed it for quite a long time. I can't say I'm proud of it. There's another thing. Since this is the end of winter, we should also wash the underbody. The reason for that is that you want to wash away all the remaining salt from winter. So Subaru really begs for a wash right now, and I feel kind of guilty. It's almost April, and I haven't really washed him since I got the car, and that was basically December. Now, I have been wiping him after raining, at least I did that in the beginning, and then at some point it got really dirty, and I just didn't bother anymore. Of course, to my excuse, it was more or less always raining. Plus, I didn't really use the car lately because it was deep winter and I didn't have winter tires. Now, before going to the car wash, there are a few things to take care of. And actually, you should be also careful about those things. Since this is an electric vehicle, you have to pay attention to the motors and all those little gadgets that open and close automatically. So let's get into details. So if you read the manual, Tesla suggests the so-called contactless washing, which I believe in Germany, where I live, this doesn't really exist. So Germans really want their cars clean, and contactless washing just wouldn't cut it. So they really need the brushes to go around their car and clean them properly. The second thing to take care of is the charging port. So you know it has this touch sensor, so when you touch it, it just opens, and then after a few seconds it closes again. But that can also happen in the car wash if you are in parking mode. So depending on the car wash, you might need to set your car to parking mode or neutral. Otherwise, the charging port might open when the brushes touch it, and it's highly likely that they will snap it off, and you definitely don't want that. For the charging port not to open, you can either be in neutral, you can either be in drive, and you could either be in parking mode but with the car locked. In order to enter neutral, this is kind of tricky, and some people don't really know that. So in order to enter neutral, there are two ways to do that. You always need to be in drive, and the first way is you hold the brakes and you press the gear level halfway up, and then you are in neutral. I go back into drive. And the second way is not to have the brakes pressed, so let go of the pedal, and then press the lever halfway up for 2 seconds. And we're neutral. There is another option if you don't want to use neutral, which is using drive but turning creep mode off. I'm going to show you exactly how you do that. So we go in driving, stopping mode, and set it to hold. This basically will prevent the car from creeping forward when you leave it stopped. Another thing you have to do is to turn off automatic wipers. You don't want the wipers to turn on while the brushes are on your windshield. They can easily break. It's definitely a good idea to keep your mirrors folded. Now, if you want to feel adventurous, you could try to keep them unfolded for a while, so let them be sprayed with the foam, and then right before the brushes kick in, fold them immediately, but you definitely need to make sure that you do that, otherwise you're risking your mirrors. Now, if the car wash forces you to leave the car locked and put it on a conveyor belt, then you might need to put the car into tow mode. That depends on how exactly the conveyor belt works. So if all the wheels stay stationary, then it's fine, you can leave it as it is. But if some of the wheels are turning, then you need to put it in tow mode. To be honest, it's the first time that I will take it to this specific car wash, so I'm not really sure how the situation it is there. I'm hoping for the neutral option. Okay, let's go through the settings one by one. So first, mirrors. Fold them. You could also use that if you want, but you have to do that at the car wash, so always fold mirrors at this location. For now, let's unfold them. In order to turn off automatic wipers, it's also kind of tricky, so you need to press the button on the left lever. This brings up this dialog, and then you just tap it again, and then it's off. So this is exactly what you need to do. Turn off automatic wipers. Okay, we did it with the voice command. Yeah, voice command did the trick. now we have to stop while we're being sprayed. Oh boy. Let's double check that the windows are closed. Danke! Okay, now we're in neutral. So fold the mirrors. Let's not forget that. Okay, fold it. So I noticed there is a conveyor belt that basically grabs the left wheels and the right wheels keep spinning. I can't see a thing. What? Ads? What kind of washing is that? So this will also wash the underbody. I'm not sure at which point this will happen, but we'll see. I guess now we can unfold the mirrors. I think we're done with Brussels. Right, and here is the Unterboden Konservierung. So basically this is the underbody washing. This is what we wanted for winter, or for after winter. So exactly, the left wheels are grabbed, probably by some kind of clamp, and the right wheels are spinning. So for that scenario, neutral is the best thing you can do. It should also probably work with drive, but yeah, I didn't want to risk that. So we were locked, we were in neutral, so the charging port shouldn't have opened, I hope. Let's see. And we're almost done. Now we enter that's it. Now we enter drive and off we go. Wasn't that hard after all. So Zoomer is parking clean. I'm about to take him for a good ride, a very long one with the family, so I hope that everybody enjoys this nice sunny day. Oh, and not to forget, this is the result of the underbody wash. It looks pretty clean to me, although Model 3 is basically covered by a flat piece of plastic underneath, so I guess it's quite easy to clean. So guys, with Zumaro's parking clean, we came for a ride at a lake nearby. So it's a very sunny day and I hope the entire family enjoys it.
Yes, for sure. The baby is already asleep.
So I hope you guys liked this episode. I hope you found it informative. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and see you in the next one.